What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to a special video. So, I figured today we're gonna go take a boat ride out to Vel. So it's been a while since we've done this. Thought I'd share it with you guys for, I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool. So anyway, going to Vel. It's in about 20 minutes, so I should actually, get myself there, right now. Got my compass. We are ready. So yeah, a few days ago I updated one of my guide videos on how to get a Carrack and tips and tricks on how you guys can get yours too, and basically stuff that I was learning back in the day when I was going for mine, and some small stuff that you could extra tips that I could give you that helps you speed up your adventure towards the Carrack. So yeah, something interesting to watch. I'll leave a link in the description to it. And if you are into boat ocean stuff, maybe it'll be useful for you. But otherwise, just another boat ride today. So a few other things that I planned on working on, but then I kinda got pushed back into stuff that will happen eventually, but just not now. I've been busy with other goals in BDO, like gear upgrades and all that stuff. Is I do want to get full blue boat gear, but I just kind of slowed down on the process because it's actually really time consuming, and it'll happen eventually. So right now, in terms of ocean stuff that I'm working on very slowly, is I'm just doing barters for crow coins and all that stuff. So I think we're gonna get 80 of them, or 80,000 coins, and buy the Khan's Heart more than halfway. And yeah, so that's probably gonna happen in about, assuming I do bartering every day, probably get it in less than a month. I'm just really casual with it, but yep. So Khan's Heart is the, I don't actually, how much are they nowadays? Roughly 8 billion silver on average. Not bad. I think you still have to make it though. You don't just get the heart straight up. You have to, it's kind of like the Vel's concentrated magic. You kind of get some pieces and then you have to make it, which it costs a little bit more money, so probably, I would say about 1.5 billion. Let me see, what do I actually need? I think it tells you. Yeah, concentrated. I wish I could hover over that and it would tell me what it actually did. Okay, so 100 Trace of Forest. Easy. 200 magical shards and 400 alchemy stone shards. If I had to guess, the magical shards are probably about 2 mil each, so that's probably about 500 mil, 2 to 3 mil each, so I could probably get actually no, wait, 2 mil each, 200 mil, 400 mil, okay. 400 alchemy stone shards. I think you could just buy those. I probably should have put shards. 400, let's see. Jesus, dude. That's expensive. 240 mil. Plus another 500. Okay, so I'd probably have to save up about 1 billion silver, more or less. And once we get the 80,000 coins, so that's probably about 9 billion silver in total. But, I mean, it's not too bad. Also, another thing, I guess people might be interested in watching this, but I could show you the routes I do for bartering I could go over like how I divide all of these sections up and just show you it instead of telling you. But like basically in a nutshell, TLDR, start from Ilia, do a circle around, bring it back, and then like I divide it from Lima Island. So like let's say this is Lima, right? Cut it down in half. If it's on the right side of the half, that's Ilia side, and then if it's on the other side, you do Port Euphoria side. So the reason why we break it up into two sections is just so it's more organized. And if you're going for like your Carrack eventually, you know how you have to upgrade blue gear. So you're gonna want to separate your. You have two different towns for your storages, right? So I use Ilia personally for all my bartering materials, and that's good because you need a lot of slots for that. So another thing, I use Port Euphoria. This is all like upgrade materials and all the nodes I have. So like these are all upgrade materials. Some things you're probably gonna need, and I talked about it in my other video how certain pieces are like higher priority to get just because like you don't get as many per day from dailies, and you should probably prioritize them. So yeah, just check out that video and it'll be pretty interesting to watch, and you'll get your Carrack too. The hardest thing is, well, not really hardest, but like most time consuming, just getting your Carrack is probably going to take you about 2 months if you're like casual, or even if you're like you're working on it every day, it's probably going to take you about 2 months, but that's assuming you are doing 4 refreshes a day. And if you have some barters going on right now, so your total, you could make this easier and speed it up by having over like 5,000 something, just because you start getting brilliance in your material refreshes. And after that, it just makes it easier. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy them with the crow coins, and they're about like, I think 1,600 each, and that's actually pretty expensive. So it's like, if we convert it, let's say 2,500 coins is 1 Monos accessory, so 180 mil, cool. And then, so basically you're paying roughly about like 130 mil per brilliant, and you need 30 of each, so that's a lot of money. So you really just want to start bartering now if you're planning on going for a Carrack. You don't even have to go push hard for it. Like now that there's a parley system, assuming if you just wanted to push your numbers up, all you have to do is just like, I don't know, this barter system's easy. Just get the ones that are easiest, materials that are easiest to get, trade them in, and then just keep upgrading. So the hardest part is it just takes time. Otherwise, it's not really difficult to do. Alright, so we got 13 minutes until Vel. Once we get there, we could... What is that? Oh, never mind. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, I guess I should start collecting these now when I'm grinding, because if I plan on getting a Vel or a Consort thingy, I need 200 of them. So I actually get like about 5 of these an hour grinding Hadum zones. Why is it so dark? Oh my god, what is happening? It's just like, I look away for 1 second and it's just dark. Oh, that's my guild. Alright, what up? But anyway, dude, it's so dark. It's just, it's been a while since we've gone to Vel's on our main boat. Usually I just take my guild boat and go, or like you saw the boat before. That was our guild boat. Someone else is driving it. I usually just go on AFK, shoot Vel a few times, get loot, go AFK again. Okay, so once we start seeing like rock pillars and it'll load in, but literally everyone else has a Carrack these days. So once you see like 15 other boats, maybe more, that's when you know you're there. Yeah, we should be there soon. Usually it's not always so dark. There they are, boys. We have reached Vel. But yeah, in some other videos in the future, I could teach you or just like go over my knowledge of all these trade routes. This is for Margoria bartering, and tell you like where to go, what they all are, and then some things you have to work. Like, this isn't something you worry about early on, but it's only for the ocean. So you see like wind currents and the water, like water tides or whatever I guess they're called. So in the ocean, you could beeline it if you wanted to just go from literally like Port Rat to I don't know, Akila's Eye. You could just beeline it there, but it's slower because of the weather. So other things you're gonna have to worry about are like, you see how there's rain, the tides. So like, for example, one thing I could tell you is from Akila's Eye right here, right? If you go from, let's say, the sea monster, the ocean stalkers, to the Hekaroos over here, going from here to here, or left to right, the wind current is harder, so you'll be going slower. But if you go from right to left, it's faster. You're sailing like with the wind, I guess. So occasionally, if you're trying to do your barter route, and this is something you're gonna have to more or less learn, because if you're doing it all by yourself and not just going on your friend's Carrack while they do dailies, you kind of want to try to min-max your time there. So assuming you start here, pick up your dailies, right? You would start by going like from here, like the wind current. It's hard to show you without like a picture, but you would start going this way, like down, a little up, and this way to there, and then you go right towards the ocean stalkers, and then you go back. There's like a triangle from here, Hekaroos, and then ocean stalkers, and then back. If you go the other way from here, ocean stalkers, Hekaroo, it's gonna be slower just because of the currents. So that's just some small tips to go for. If you are planning on doing all 6 of them, like you probably should, because you have to, you're gonna have to kill Black Rust, Nine Shark, and Candidums. After your second route, you're gonna want to go up over here. You pick up the Candidum, and then you go right to Nine Shark, and then you drive all the way down into this area and do Black Rust, and then you sail more or less down from Margoria into the Pirate Cave, or like Pirate Island. And then so once you cross a certain line over here, you're not technically in the Ross Sea, so like the wave currents won't be as bad. So like if you were to just go from Black Rust and straight to Akila's Eye right here, waves are going to be bad wind, so you're going to have to want to turn a little bit downwards. I know this all doesn't really make sense. It's one of those things you have to see. When someone tried to explain this to me, it didn't make sense until I actually did it. So yeah, so one day, maybe in a future video, I'll actually show you how it works. We'll have a compass. I'll show you where I am on the map, and we'll actually just go around and do it. But as a TLDR version, backwards triangle, and then go from Hekaroos up until you get to Candidums. Nine Shark, go down. 9 Sharks at Crocs don't count. We've tested it. And then go here, cut down again. And then one thing over here, the sea monster habitat, I've never actually done. I know you can get a crystal. Oh my god, dude. I look away for 1 minute and then there's a tornado. Holy, dude. Thank God. I'm gonna need this game to, like, not want to kill me for a good 2 minutes and then we are fine. But yeah, after that, if you want to see me do some, like, an hour of sea monster or saltwater crocodiles, I actually have some videos of like an hour of grinding. It's actually pretty scary at nighttime. Not because it does a lot of damage, but you actually have to know how to drive your boat. You can't just like willy-nilly just like drive randomly. Kind of have to know how to kite and all that stuff. Group up crocodiles because you only have a certain amount of cannonballs before you have to repair it. Oh, not really repair, but well, I mean, you have to do that as well. But this is cannonballs and then repair. It takes time. It's kind of a hassle if you just suck at grinding. You're gonna have to repair more, which means you have to like stop doing damage, and then you get less trash loot. And the reason why you're there is not really for money. You're going for the boat material parts. So these things, what are they? Sea monster ooze, scales, and bones, and then you combine them to get the plywood, and then there you go. That's how you get blue carrot gear. And then that's like half the battle. Once you get there, you have to enhance it, which is stupidly expensive. I would say, honestly, assuming you were just buying all your gear straight out with coins and not grinding yourself, it's about, like, it's so much sequence. It's probably getting one piece of gear is about 10 billion silver, roughly. And then enhancing it to like plus 10, probably another 10 billion silver worth of coins, assuming you convert them, right? So, yeah. It's basically one piece of gear is like one pen piece. And, it's not easy, dude. Trust. Like, it's an expensive hobby. You use fail stacks as well. And the gain is like so marginal that, like, yeah, you will notice a difference on your cannon, but everything else is like, what, 0.5? Like, yeah, it does add up. It is worth doing, but man, it is slow and tedious. I'm gonna be honest, it's so dark I can't really even see where the rocks are. Oh, okay, so you see where that, like, water tornado is? That is where Vel spawns. Two minutes till spawn. How much are bells these days, actually? Holy, dude, what the heck? Why is it so expensive? Almost 13 billion? Oh my goodness. 12 billion for a Vel's heart? What the heck? It's, if you buy this, it's like 11 billion plus another billion to even make the heart. Dang, dude. I mean, it is worth it. I would say if there was no cap for heart prices, I would say this is probably worth like 15 to 18 billion, but you know, let's not drive the price up. Actually, let's drive it up because if I get a heart, I want money. But anyway, good news and bad news as a player who's been playing this game for a long time now. I bought my Vel's heart for about like 7.5 billion back in the day. You know, I go to Vel at least once every week, and they recently changed it, so Vel spawns twice a week now, Wednesdays and Sundays. And I try to go at least once a week if I have time. And I've never gotten a Vel's heart to this day as a drop. Whereas some of my guildies have gotten like 3 of them. Just directly from the bundles. I wish there was an option to hide boats. Like, I'm not even joking. It's so bad. Ilia Island, no one parks their boat away. So you can't even see anything. And then look at this. This is why, remember when Vel first, when Vel first came out, it was like the laggiest thing ever. Because it only spawned on certain channels, right? And then now, you can do it on any channel. It's just still really bad. Like, I don't disconnect anymore, which is good. I think I'm hitting Vel. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I am. So when it's enraged and you're not on a guild boat, what you have to do is jump and dive. So what happens is you see him, you see Vel underwater. If you don't dive, he like rises up and your boat gets destroyed. Well, your boat doesn't get destroyed, you just get one-shotted, but that's beside the point. Just don't die. See how it flashed a little bit? Distance is too great. Ah, this is the problem with this game. Can't hide. I know my boat is here. Where is my boat? Did I like desync? Oh my god, Vel's almost dead already. Nice. Gonna have to drive again. Oh. It's actually cool that they show, like, you can see him go underwater. That's a unique feature. This action cannot be executed. This button doesn't even work half the time. Feels bad. This is Vel in a nutshell, boys. This is why I just go in my guild boat and AFK. A reward bundle. Hell yeah, dude. Now, to get out of here. All right. Because you cannot hide other people's boats, it's like getting out of the grocery store on a Saturday afternoon. It just doesn't happen. All right, let's do this, boys. Let's open it. We got the bundle. Let's open it. Can we get a Vel's Heart for the first time since it came out? No, we cannot. Why am I not even surprised? What else? Deposit that. Man, I didn't even get anything rare. Feels bad. But yeah, that's Vel, pretty much. Got lost, still got loot. Fun game. I'm surprised that the developers of this game don't really listen to feedback. And I know a lot of people who do sailing a lot, they're just like, yeah, can we have the option to hide people's boats like you can hide other people's tents and stuff? Let's not drive into that tornado real quick. All right. But it's almost as if the developers of this game don't actually do life skills or play the game. Vel's fine powder. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. It's not really a secret, but people do this anyway, and it's really funny. You see this Vel's powder? It's not that good. You know how to get the durability? You go to Alchemy Stone, Spirit Stone, buy the cheapest one you can. You buy it, and then you grind it into the fine powder, and then you get more value out of that for half the cost than this one. So you're paying half, getting roughly the same amount of materials worth of durability repair, and it does the same thing. Fun game, isn't it? It's not even a secret. It's more just like people do it for fun. But yeah, that's Vel in a nutshell. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. We could do this again. But yeah, some other things I wanted to do in the future was just go more in depth for like all of the trade routes in Margoria, how I do bartering, and basically teaching you how to do dailies. It's probably going to be a longer video unless I speed it up to like 400%, because I can really only go so fast in the ocean. But yeah, I just wanted to, maybe we'll do a barter route so you guys can see how, like, where I go and how I do it. Because I've always been the kind of person who learned better by doing, and instead of just watching people do it. So maybe, like, instead of someone just explaining, okay, like, for example, let's say I was just say, okay, go here, here, here. That doesn't mean anything to me. If I wanted to learn, I would actually have to see someone do it or do it myself. So at least one of those two I can probably do, and it'll be hopefully helpful. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.